wasn't able to do it on StreamYard. So this live is going to be about my mother because Worst Mother of the Year award goes to you, Janie Powell. That's what I said. See, you didn't know how to break a generational curse. If your grandmother was a horrible mother to your mother, and then your mother was a horrible mother to you, it was up to you to break that curse. But you weren't strong enough. See, your insecurities about yourself, not me, didn't allow you to rise to the occasion to be a better person. See, for 3 years I watched you run around and tell people that I was having an affair with Pastor Waller. You know what really debunked that? There's a potty chair in the bedroom that says that person is sick. See, the reason why I can talk about it now is because I'm not sick now. So, yeah. So, see, I let you make a fool out of yourself. A person with a potty chair in their bedroom, inches away from their bed, denotes that they're not having sex with anyone, and that's common sense. But then again, you're so wrapped up into lies that you had me there sick, and you could see what was wrong with me, but you're so busy spinning a narrative. So a person that can barely make it to urinate is opening their legs to have sex. Ma'am, you sound ridiculous. You just do. 27 fibroids. The doctor was shocked when she made the incision and she saw three. 27. She knew there were three. She didn't know 27. See, you sounded ridiculous because for the last 3 or 4 years, what's been going on with my body, it would say that, medically speaking, I wouldn't be having sex with anybody. The fact that there was a potty chair in there, and all the other medical stuff that was going on with my body, I just let you make a fool out yourself. I did, because all up until now, I really didn't care who you told that lie to. I know I did not, because I could have easily just aired myself out like I just did. See, I didn't really mind even saying that there was a potty chair in there because I was god awful sick. So it matched the situation. There needed to be a potty chair while you were running back and forth telling people that I was having sex. I wasn't having sex with anybody. I barely made it to the operating table, if the truth was to be told. And I ain't saying that to say that I was crawling to get there. That's not what I'm talking about. Like you spoke on things that you did not know, and I allowed you to do that. I actually allowed you to make a fool out yourself. I allowed you to make a fool out yourself because who's going to have sex with somebody that's in that type of position? Are you okay? Are you that warped in your mind that you would think that anybody, I'm not even talking about any man, would have sex with somebody that was in that condition? You didn't see that picture on June 7th? I mean, you could look at my skin and my eyes and see that I was sick. And if you lived right there in the house with me and you couldn't see it, it was because you didn't want to. Because I look sick on that picture, which means that when I was in front of people, I looked sick too. And it wasn't until the doctor removed those fibroids that I began to get better. It didn't hurt that I wasn't around you though, because you told me that you were waiting. Oh, let me mention that. A few weeks before you illegally locked me out of your home, you didn't really have a reason. See, you let all those people run their mouth. Your next door neighbor, Helene, because she always needs you to watch her badass kids that don't have no home training. Right. They want to come over your house and sit all on a couch and play with the little toys and stuff on the end table. And then when I say something, you look at me like I'm strange. No, you're strange to let people who don't live in your home come in your home and tear it up. So you don't ever like somebody that much that you don't tell them, go back home where you live and tear up where you live at. where you live at up. When you come over here, you sit down. You don't rip and run. See, so what you started doing, you try to make it seem like I hate kids. We all know that I don't hate kids because I used to work with them. Oh, and how did I get not to work with kids? Because my mother, the lady that's on the phone who's always running her mouth about me, didn't you call DHS numerous times, mess my record up, and now I have a record in Harrisburg with the child line? Isn't that how it happened? You kept telling them that I abused my son, and I never did. My son's doctor even tried to speak up for me. Didn't you poison your own grandson? Didn't you, George and Granada, try to set me up to go to jail for that? So you can keep running around telling people that I'm crazy while I'm working on my bachelor's, working to get my life better. Told God if He gave me one more chance, I would get away from you. I actually did. See, let me tell you what happened. The doctors came to talk to me right before they was getting ready to take me into surgery. I said, God, I don't do foxhole prayers. But I will make you this promise. If you allow me to wake up, if you don't let me die while they're operating on me, then when I get back up this time, not like I did in 2023 and 2022, and if I get back up this time, I will separate myself from toxic people like my mother, who does the most damage and catastrophic stuff to me, and then sits back and cashes in the mother's card and talk about I'm your mom. And you still will be my mom when you keep on all the toxic things that I can't, my hands don't even want the pen in them to write all the toxic things you've done to me, lady. I think you are a basket case. I think that you need to be in a mental ward and never come home. What person feeds their own grandson poison? See, you did it more than once. You got away with it. But it really doesn't matter to me, because while you paint this picture that I'm this horrible person, I'll just keep on trying to be a better person. See, I didn't just wake up June the 24th after being under anesthesia for 6 hours. The doctors told me that all of the doctors, not some of the doctors, they were amazed at what they saw. They had never seen anything like that before. They took pictures, and some of them looked pale when they came to see me. Yeah, they came to see me. Some of them look real pale, and I ain't not talking about pale from being sick either. I'm talking about illuminated pale, as if to say it scared the heck. No, it ain't scared them. I'm just saying, lady, you do too much. You don't remember that you told me you were waiting for me to die? So I had to talk to guys. You laughed at me trying to make up with. See, you laughed at me trying to make up with Pastor Wallace. That would have been the right thing to do. Whether it would have been that I was going under the knife, nude. No, see, I didn't know. See, I didn't know. I'm just talking about me. See, when you go under anesthesia, there is no guarantee that you're going to wake up. It's not that the surgeon is not trained. Only God gets to make that decision. The surgeon wants you to wake up because he doesn't want a death on his hands. And when it does happen to a surgeon, they feel bad. I don't want people to think that they're desensitized. No, they're not. They may not show the type of emotion that other people show, but when they lose a patient on the table or there's complications, they don't they don't feel well. The reason why I know is because one of the surgeries I had some complications. And my doctor actually sat in the room with me until I woke up. So when I tell you that that's not something that they strive for, that is true. Here's this lady over here on 17th Street talking about, I got a $30,000 life insurance policy. I've been waiting for you to die. When are you going to? Well, see, I don't have the answer to that question. I don't know if God's gonna let me wake up for my surgery. I don't know if He's gonna let me die on the table, man. You're waiting for me to die. Well, maybe you should talk to God about that. Cause see, I don't control those things. I don't know if when I go under the knife, He's gonna let me to wake up. You're asking me when am I going to die so you can get $30,000? You are a vulture. That's what I said. You put poison in your grandson's water. Rubbing alcohol, paint thinner, nail polish remover. People ask me, Catherine, why you suffer from anxiety? Why you got no, you? I can't tell you how you should feel, and nobody should tell me how I should feel. I have been through enough stuff in this lifetime that if I never go through anything in this lifetime again, it will be fine with me. To hear Rico hit a panel talking about mental health. Are you for real, Rico? Can I give you my life for some of the years that I've lived it? You're only, what, 26, 30? I don't know. Can I give you my life and let you live it? Can I let you walk into my shoes? And then I want you to come back and tell me why you're anxious, why you're nervous, why you forget where you're. Why? You know, the people who judge me, that is why I stay away from folks. People want to know why you always by yourself, Catherine. Because I get tired of people wondering why sometimes I forget where I put stuff. No, I don't mean to forget where I put stuff. Right. You haven't been through some of the stuff that I've been through. It takes a lot for me to wake up in the morning time and my brain not be foggy. My brain not foggy because I'm on. No, my brain is not foggy because I'm on drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke weed. My brain is foggy because of the stuff that I've been through. It takes a very long time in the morning. Now, if I wake up in the morning and I have coffee, I could snap into it. But if I wake up in the morning and I don't, or if I have any type of electrolytes to bring my electrolytes back up, I can snap into it. But if I don't wake up in the morning and I don't have any type of coffee, all you see is energy. You don't. You don't. You'll think I'm anxious and I'm not. I'm not anxious when I wake up in the morning. It's just that I have energy. Energy probably because of stuff that has happened to me before. People they don't get it. They always think that a therapist and a pill can fix it. It can't fix it when you still have to deal with the basket case that's over there talking about she's my mom. The stuff that she's did. Tonight she was over there actually saying some of the most horrific stuff. Lady, did you forget that when your house went up in smoke, it was me that drained my bank account to feed you? I didn't have to. I could have only fed my sons. You talk trash about me all of the time, not some of the time. Most and the last couple of months before my surgery, I actually came to you and told you that I felt myself getting sicker. You got mad because I couldn't cook for you. I couldn't cook for myself. I started eating soup. When you see a person go from eating real food to soup, ma'am, something is wrong with them. See, something is wrong when a person goes from eating whole meals to soup. You couldn't see that something was wrong. Something is wrong with you and my sister. My sister, you're a CNA, certified nursing assistant. Well, what did you learn in school, ma'am? Don't you take care of sick people for a living? Yet you had one right in your house. You had one that was in her room and had to couldn't even barely walk to the bathroom. Did I ask you to come and dump my potty chair? Or did I go dump it myself? Did I ask you to come and clean my room when you thought did I do any of that? I think I would have rather been down there at Penn and let those strangers that I don't know, they get paid to do it, to take care of me. When the doctor asks me, Catherine, why are you making up your bed? Why are you? I said, I can try. I felt bad. See, I don't really like people doing stuff for me. My doctors, they know that. Because else, why was she? They came in the room. It was early, and my back was turned. There was no real harm. There was nothing that said that I couldn't make my bed up. But I'm just saying, those was strangers down there, and I don't know them folk, but they took good care of me better than the people that I was related to. I slept better in a hospital bed around strangers that were bringing me medicine around the clock to make sure that I got better. For the 5 days that I was down at the University of Penn, they did their best to take care of me. Uh, I've been to other hospitals. Of course, they're not mine. I've been out to Paoli. I've been out to Bryn Mawr. I've been to some hospitals. But when I get sick, I will go back to the University of Penn because that's my hospital. I've not had surgery at Paoli. I don't even think Paoli accepts my insurance. But the point is, out there in Tredyffrin Township, they might not want somebody with county insurance. See, Penn didn't mind. One thing I can say about Penn is, whatever your insurance is, whether it's a PPO or HMO, whatever your insurance is, they treat everybody the same. They had everybody on the same floor. Everybody had the same room. Everybody had one person in a bedroom. Everybody had access to go and get themselves something from the snack bar. Because after a while, the nurses got tired of you just calling for some graham crackers, saltine crackers, some apple. Oh, you can. You could just walk down the hall and get it yourself. That's what she said. Once they saw that I could walk, that's what they said. See, Jane, I didn't want you around me when I wasn't doing so well because I really thought that if you come in there and I was sick, that song, You Won't Leave Here Like You Came in Jesus' Name, was going to come into some type of fruition. You cannot be trusted, ma'am. You can't be. The fact that you was really telling people it wasn't nothing wrong with me. Right. So the doctor just made up them 27 fibroids, huh? They wasn't really in my body. Right. See, and you forgot that you asked me to move back in with you after. Yeah, so Mimi, I am 18 credits away from my bachelor's. So, when I'm hearing Rico earlier hit the panel talking about on mental, listen, Rico saying it or anybody else saying it with all the stuff I'm doing, it really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything because some of the people who we all, not y'all all, but we all respect, they have problems. See, I don't want y'all to think that rich people don't have problems. Yes, they do. Rich people have more problems than poor people. Because if they make the wrong investment, they can become poor. See, y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Rich people have more problems than poor people because if they make the wrong investment, it will tank out their money. See, I've worked for some folks in my days. I have worked for some rich folks in my days. Those stocks, those bonds, that trading has caused lots of people to lose their money. It's not every day working with them. Y'all have to realize that. Every day working is for us. They work on money working for them, not them going to work for their money. It's a difference. See, we tend to live paycheck to paycheck. That's not how they live. They live that their money begins to work for them through stocks, bonds, IRAs, and other investments. So when their investments tank out, it takes down everything. They're not like us with that paycheck to paycheck stuff. No, they're not. I used to be a housekeeper, quite a few. And yeah, it ain't not like us. Big Mama leave us the house, then we'll sell the house. See, pay attention to what I said. Big Mama leave us the house, and we'll sell the house. Therefore, making it so that the next generation won't have Big Mama's house. Right. Right. Yeah, it's okay, Mimi. It's just that when Rico hit the panel earlier, see, he came with an agenda. And see, I was more determined than he was. Why was I more determined than he was? How dare I let somebody who, why would I just go back and forth? I mean, first of all, I'm not in the headspace right now to go back and forth. I'm not. That's why I don't want to hit panels with Jay Dunn, uppity. I don't want to hit panels with people who act like I'm in. Let me say this about me. I can't speak for other people. I am never in competition with anybody on this earth except myself. And the fact that most people don't know that about themselves proves that they're insecure. See, I ain't never been in competition with anybody. The reason why is because I have to run the race that God puts in front of me with ADHD and anxiety. So he ain't, this ain't track when I used to run the 110 hurdles and the 310 hurdles. I was in competition because there was somebody running beside me trying to see if they could beat me. I ain't say I couldn't get, that I couldn't. I'm just saying in life in general, when you show up every day and you give God your best, when you do your best, then you will produce the best. But it ain't on no app where people want to act. One of the reasons why I started stepping away is just like today when I went over to binaries. Intelligent conversations are not what they would like to have. And I mod for Auntie Mickey. I stopped for a minute to come over here and say this, and then when I'm done, I'm going to go back right over to her because those are the type of people who I value. People that like to sit down and have intelligent conversations, not drag people. Listen, banter. I used to like banter, but banter turned into something else. When I first started watching the Beef Sector, they had banter. Now they want to call CPS. They want to call APS. They want to call people's jobs, call the nursing home, post pictures of dead people, just do too much. So yeah, I really don't want, because when I was actually telling somebody that in church, they was looking at me like, are you for real? I mean, the people in the church, we already know that they don't like stuff like that. We already know that. Why? Because it's draining. And we are like sponges. So we have to be careful as to what we absorb. I don't necessarily need to absorb that type of negativity because I already got a situation that I'm trying to really get over there with my former pastor. Now that's a real beef. See, that right there is a real beef. And it was, no, let me put a clarity on it. It was a real beef. It's not a real beef now. It was a beef. It's not now. Because I've come to the conclusion that sometimes you can be mad at a person. Pastor Waller, if you're listening, this is for you. I'm saying this for you. Sometimes you can be mad at a person in error. See, I'm big enough to say that. I'm big enough to say that the night before I go to sleep. See, Pastor Waller, you gotta hear this. You gotta hear this. I am big enough to say that. I could have been mad at you in error. I'm not talking about what happened years ago, Pastor Waller. I am talking about right now. The story with the dress. No one else knows why you did what you did but me. Now, I'm not gonna say why you did that, but I am suffice to say this, though, for real. Although I look sick in that dress, I saw the picture. The first picture, I look real healthy, real fat, of course. 200 and something pounds, of course. The second picture, with the same dress on, I look sick. It can't be denied. I've seen the picture. I didn't look like the same person. It's okay. Now, this is how I'm going to remedy this. This is exactly how I'm going to remedy this. Every time I talk about this lady, she drains me. Yeah, every time I talk about this lady, she drains me. I'm laying on the side of my bed right now. Now I'm in the bed. Okay, so I'm getting ready to end this because talking about her drains me. But, I'm ready to go to sleep for real. So what tends to happen with my mom is she tells lies and forgets that when she tells these lies, that being you when you went down there to file that paperwork, all the times that you've ever been down there and told lies, it pulls right up on the computer. Now, I don't really care about you lying about me. See, you forgot that you had surgery this year. And your daughter who you always bragging on, your daughter ain't bring you a drink of water. She ain't come down to the hospital to see you. She ain't come down to the rehab to see you. Your granddaughter ain't either. Why you always trying to, You see, and you and your daughter's over there, and you're always asking my son to walk to the store. I have back problems too. I heard about that last year some kind of way. And you don't see me asking Jacob to go to the store. Like you are a sociopath. That's a good word. You're a sociopath. You get an enjoyment out of seeing people hurt. See, if I would have aired myself out a while ago when you was running around telling people that I was asleep with Pastor Wilder, you see the sound of ridiculousness. It would have been all what I had to do was take a picture of my bedroom, and I could have circulated it because that would have basically shut you down right there. Because I don't know too many 50 plus or 50-year or under that have a potty chair in their room that denotes that is something wrong. You were saying that I was lazy. I just let you tell folks that. But I was sick. I wasn't lazy. I was sicker than you thought that I was. I just let you. Sometimes it's not worth the energy or the effort for me to have to try to, wait a minute, hold on, was that? For me to have to try to correct people when they're wrong. I was over at Binary today, and one thing I don't like about uh, some people is whatever their chat say goes. And Binary is one of them people. He always allows his chat to tell him who could be up there on the panel. But my whole thing is, Binary, since you pay your own StreamYard, you don't have to bend to anybody. You have to learn how to have a panel without always somebody got to leave because your chat says so. Your chat will always do that if you establish that type of relationship with them. They will always do that. So that's not such a good idea to do at all. So yeah, it's not a good idea at all to do. So hold on. Um. So yeah. Mom, you've done the most with the least. Not you've done the least with the most. You've done the most with you've not done what you all that you should have done. For real. You haven't. You have always tried to tear me down, always sitting in the chair minding everybody business on 17th Street. The only difference is you do it in a way that lets everybody know that you know. You don't move strategically enough to not let everybody know. Like you do too much. Really too much. See, now that I'm not there, you have to try to figure out some things. Well, you should have thought about that before you told me to leave. And you had me illegally evicted talking about I put my hands on you. I put my hands on you, but a few weeks ago, right after my surgery, you was asking me to move in, right? Ain't that how the story went? That's how the story went. You are dangerous because you have no conscience at all. You are dangerous. Oh, sorry, y'all. All right, so I've given y'all 30 minutes. And if you all, hey, Vibrant, if you all would like to follow me where I'm going, y'all can hit my Cash App if you like to. If not, that's fine. I'm going back over to Auntie Mickey's. She was doing a live. And I'm going back over there and I'm going to listen to her commentary. You are more than welcome. I am telling y'all will like Auntie Mickey. She does great commentary. So see y'all over there. Thanks for supporting.